Hi Spidey fans, it's your friendly neighbourhood, the ultimate Spider-Man fan here, and welcome back to yet another video of me reading my epic Marvel Spider-Man PS4 related book, Hostile Takeover. And we're going to continue on chapter 30 today, and it's got 5 pages long, so I should be able to do this all in one video. So, let's just get around it. So, I'll just do my intro first. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell notification favourites, and follow me on Twitter as well. Type in the sign all capitals without spaces, the ultimate spy, that's PID. And without anything else, let's get right into it. So chapter 30. Peter was walking into the lab when MJ called. I thought you'd want to hear about this. She said a few weeks had gone by since the murder of the assistant district attorney. There had been no major accidents with the false Spider-Man since then, but life was no easier. The media still hotly debated whether the original Spider-Man had gone bad or if there was an imposter. Morning news shows were full of discussions about why, if the real web spinner was out there, he didn't speak out. Peter felt like he was aging a year for every week this went on. Jameson, meanwhile, hammered home his notion that Spider-Man had always been bad. What's worse, he shouted from the airwaves, is that he has help on the inside. I have a source, an eyewitness, who tells me that Spider-Man has regular meetings with a rogue detective within the police department. There's someone working to cover up the evidence to make sure the wall-crawling menace is never brought to justice. I'm here to tell you, the people of New York City won't stand for it. Watanabe hadn't exactly abandoned her partnership with him, but they were forced to be more careful. It would only take one accident, she said. Turning the page. One hint of exposure to bring it all crashing down. They met less frequently, and in more secluded places. Always careful to be clear of praying eyes. Peter continued to run missions for her, but more than ever it felt as if they would never nail Fisk. You still there, Tiger? MJ said. I'm here, he grunted. Well, the last time I went to Fisk Tower. How often do you go there, he demanded. Focus, Peterson said. The point is, I keep seeing Wall Street guys there, and some others who seemed to be from the mayor's office. Flunkies, for sure, but they've been there often enough that it can't be a coincidence. That may not be such a big deal, Peter replied. Wall Street types have always been cozy with the kingpin, and Norman's probably looking to get potential mileage. So I've said that on Spidey-Fans, out of Fisk's new philanthropic, I can't say that word either, Spidey-Fans, philanthropic image. I don't know, she said. It feels like something more. It's hard to put my finger on it exactly, but I get the sense that Fisk wants something from the mayor. Either that or the mayor wants something from him. Maybe it goes both ways, and someone in the financial sector is about to make a killing. That wouldn't be me, he said. It's always seemed like Norman would work with just about anyone if it meant advancing his own agenda. That's a safe bet, MJ agreed. Look, I'm supposed to be shadowing Fisk next week as a fundraiser. It's for the Fisk Foundation, which I've been covering. The amount that goes to charity is pretty hard to nail down. Charitable types tend not to give money to a guy who was accused of being the biggest crime lord in history. So most of it comes from foreign sources with ties to places like Russia, Ukraine, and China. You're going to this thing with him again. You're not focusing on the right facts. Peter felt pretty sure his focus was where it ought to be. MJ seemed to think hanging out with Fisk was perfectly fine. It wasn't fine. Violence followed him like a storm cloud. if she was digging into the financial uh, shenanigans, I think that says, of his bogus charity, she might as well have a target painted on her back. What does your elder think about you digging into the Fisk Foundation? I haven't told her. MJ replied, of course I need to find the story first and then I'll pinch it. MJ, I know you don't want to hear this, but I really think you should back off. Even going to this fundraiser is a bad idea. Things happen to people near Fisk, and they definitely happen to people who are trying to uncover a secret. Secrets. Are we actually having this conversation again? Not if you do what I tell you. He paused for a second. Okay, that came out wrong. I meant something like, not if you heed my second advice. I'm not ordering you around, MJ. I'm worried about you. I know you are, she said, though there was an edge to her voice. But your concern is smothering, Peter. He struggled to think of something to say. He got it. He understood what she was saying totally, but he didn't think she understood where he was coming from. He'd faced guys who were bigger and more powerful than he was, but he had advantages of speed and skill and technology. If this came after MJ, what could she do? MJ, please just talk to your elder. Talk to Robbie. They know what they're doing, and they'll give you sound advice, keep you safe. If I do that, they'll tell me to stand down. She argued, I have to take chances if I'm going to succeed. I'd expect you to understand that. Peter did understand it, but he hated it. There was nothing else he could say without starting another fight, though. So he told her he had to go. All he could do was try to lose himself in his work. At the lab, the boss was developing some new theories about how to speed up the encoding of synthetic. I can't say that S word, Spidey-Fan, sorry. I know it's probably said it again, but synthetic electrochemical responses, and he was dumping data on Peter faster than the models could be run. Almost all of the tests resulted in failure, but that didn't seem to bother the boss in the least. Experimentation is all about future. He liked to say, you learn as much from what doesn't work as from what does. Peter doubted he could be cheerful, Peter doubted he could be so cheerful if it weren't for the small percentage of tests that succeeded. Those yielded an incredible amount of key data, and they were making strides faster than ever before. If what his employer said was true, that they were only months away from creating a working prototype, an artificial limb with the same functionality as an organic equivalent. They'd been going for more than 12 hours, but there was a lull in the work. That they had a television in the lab, and though it was muted, Norman Osborn's face filled the screen. Peyton noticed it, and his expression darkened considerably. You don't like Osborn, Peter asked. He told me you used to work for him. You know Norman Osborn? Peyton asked. He looked like a dog had just claimed to be a Peter. His son is my best friend, Peter explained. I hear he has difficulties with his son. That's kind of an understatement. It's a pretty chilly relationship. He figured it was a good idea to play at the distance. If Peyton was going to talk about Osborn, he'd probably want to know Peter wasn't going to repeat everything he heard. Peyton looked grim. Let's just say I don't like the way he does business. It was as if he had a bad taste in his mouth. However, as you are friends with his son, I'll say no more. Peter laughed. Believe me, if Harry was here, he'd be dying to hear all the dirt you have with Osborn. Well, you can't be around someone like that and not see how they operate, Peyton told him. Osborn got a brilliant mind. I won't deny that for a second, but it's how he uses it that bothers me. He's unscrupulous, and I worry how that will and I hope that will apply to his being mayor. unscrupulous. How a lot of this is rumor and no one do Pete on the minute. But I've heard things far too many times not to think there's some truth to them. Osborne will work with anyone who can advance his agenda, and if someone has an advantage over him, he'll stop at nothing until he reverses the balance of power. He also has a history of setting honey traps, luring people in with an offer they can't refuse. But the honey trap will always turn out to be a poison pill. That seemed like a good opening. I keep seeing him on the news with Wilson Fisk. You think he'd get cozy with someone like that? Peyton Snorter, he wouldn't hesitate. If he thinks it will bring him great power, influence, or profile, he'll make deals with anyone, including Wilson Fisk. Yeah, running with a man like that isn't like taking down competitors in the tech industries. And most likely Osborne knows it. What do you mean? He never simply does business. Peyton shook his head as if he was remembering something. Norman Osborne has a way of turning things around. He wouldn't strike a deal with Wilson Fisk unless he was sure that he could. If he had to eliminate the person as a rival while simultaneously keeping his own nose clean. If he's dealing with a man who has a history of eating his competitors alive, then he'll be sure he has a way of outsmarting him. Peter thought about that. He'd always known that Osborne could be ruthless in his pursuit of power, yet he'd never thought about what it would mean for Osborne and Fisk, two master manipulators. Spidey-Fan, just make sure I said that right, to try to use each other. Norman would certainly be in a position to give Fisk something political favours or something like that, but could even he somehow make the kingpin too big to feel? He considered everything they'd uncovered in recent weeks: the extortion, the military contractors, the radio broadcast, the doppelgangers, the Wall Street connections. They couldn't put a finger on his end game. Here, remember what I said to you a few videos ago on one of my reading videos? Even the word end game's in this book. And for those of you who might have this or might want to get it, go to page 307 and you'll find it. Endgame Avengers 4. But by the way, back in the story. But one thing that stood out was the financial element. Just as MJ had said, maybe he thought that was the key. He looked up and saw that Peyton was staring at him. Sorry, what? I said break time is over. The lab administrator said acidly. Back to work, chop chop. Yeah, Peter replied, just give me a minute, okay? I need to make a quick phone call. Before Peyton could respond, he rushed outside and pulled out his phone. He was afraid that she might not pick up. Though, what now here? What do we know about Fisk's Wall Street connections? Try on page. Just so Spidey-Fans know. She snorted. Which ones? You can't work in New York real estate without having serious ties in the various banking firms. He's totally tangled up with lots of people. Is there anything unusual? Peter said. Hence that he might be trying to exert pressure on the city's government. Hold on, she replied. I'll see if anyone in financial crimes has heard something. Can you give me one? Peter took a look back in the building. He didn't want to keep the work waiting long, but this seemed important. Yeah, I can wait. If it won't be too long, what now? Put him on hold. So Spidey-Fan's mental was gone. Crap, I've lost my bloody place now. Or, sorry, yeah, I can wait. If it won't be too long. What now? Put him on hold. she was back after 5 minutes, even though it felt much longer. So there is something, she said. The NYC Commissioner of Finance is stepping down. They says because of health problems. It was very sudden, and he doesn't look sick at all. Maybe he's stepping down so he doesn't develop health problems. Such a possibility has been suggested. She acknowledged anyhow. Fisk is on the advisory board that will name his successor. Osborne has been dropping hints that the next commissioner should be someone with real work experience, not just another government bureaucrat. He's set to announce the appointment at the gala honouring Fisk and his charitable work. What if he just happened to announce that the recyclement was Fisk? Peter said, what better way to distance Fisk from his sordid past than to make his announcement just as they're celebrating his overwhelming generosity. What will Osborne get out of this? No clue, Peter said. But let's forget that for a second. He's got his own motives. We can be sure of that, but we're focusing on Fisk. What would he be able to do? What advantage would he gain if he were to appoint to this position? I'd hate to even think about it. She said he'd have access to information about the finances of every city employee, every city agency, including the police department, and he'd be in a position to gain from the city's investments. It could be a huge conflict of interest issue, provided the people who investigate that sort of thing weren't threatened by him. He countered extortion is his thing, and with the right leverage, he could operate without any real oversight. Damn right, she said, and while he'd be in a position to benefit from the city's finances, he'd be able to hurt them too, right? He suppressed a shudder as the implications sank in. Like he could tank the city's investments, causing chaos if he wanted to. I suppose, she said, it's never come up before. Right, let's see how many more pages. Right, this is the last two pages, and then I'm on to chapter 31. The Commissioner of Finance isn't usually someone who'd want to hurt the city, but if it's Fisk, then we're in uncharted waters. Oh, I that game Uncharted, an Uncharted Easter egg. Okay, more like shark investing. Peter said, so if he was appointed to the past, that might make him too big to fail, right? I mean that's what they say about banking houses, not because they're super powerful, but because the government can't let them go under, because their failure would destroy the economy. If Fisk were to become Commissioner of Finance and he went down, he could take the city with him. That could be it. What now? We said in a whisper. He would be as close to bulletproof as a criminal can get. Cops and DAs would be afraid to touch him. Even journalists might hesitate to bring the city's financial structure tumble down. No one would want to be responsible for that level of destruction. This has to be it, Peter said. So how do we stop it? Is that a serious question? She asked. We may not like it, but by law the mayor has the right to perform the duties of his office. Okay, that was the wrong way to put it, he said, but we have to stop him, or find a way to expose it before Osborne can act. We have to make sure Fisk doesn't get the appointment. What Nabby groaned. Usually I have to tell you to simmer down and take things slowly, but in this case I think you're right, she said. But we can't be sloppy. Let me go over my notes and see if I can come up with a plan. We still have a few weeks, so let's not go crazy. You know me. I feel better already. She ended the call. Peter put the phone away and went back inside, where Peyton turned from a computer to glare at him. Was I gone a long time? Peter asked. This job isn't a hobby, Peyton said. Peyton said his round face looked unusual intense. Great time is over and we have important things to do. The director, for whatever reason, is depending on you. And once again, you're holding up our process. I know, I'm sorry, Peter said. It was something important. I'm sorry, let's get down to business. Peyton frowned and began opening programs. Luckily for Peter, he was easily distracted by his research. He was right to be angry, and Peter didn't know how long he could keep getting away with being himself. And yeah, that's it on the chapter 31, Spidey-Fans. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and sorry for any times I might have stopped and scuttered there for a second, so sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see all you Spidey-Fans in all of my next epic Spidey videos. It's your friendly neighbourhood Spider Cub, over and out. Thwip thwip.